in this sound of the sea patch, you can hear the sea waves breaking on the seashore in the background. And this has been created on my modular, as you can see, by creating some interesting syncing between these two oscillators here. And we also have a little modulation going on over here from this LFO. Okay, so what's really going on with this patch? Well, notice we're taking the noise here from the pink out. That gives us a little more roll in the low end than if we use just the white noise. And that goes, of course, into the signal input of our filter here. And we've got the 1 volt per octave going in to the state variable filter. Notice where we have the settings. We've got it set to 8 there on the frequency. We've got the low pass output from the filter going into our VCA. And in classic form, we are feeding modulation into the 1 volt per octave on the filter and the control input on our VCA, and that's coming from our multiple here. Well, what's producing the wave sensations there now? Notice how we've got our VCA on our mixer set. We've got the gain between 5 and 6, and we've got the control level between 3 and 4, and we've got the first 2 channels practically up to 10 and the third channel up to 6 on our mixer. Our mixer is mixing various waveforms here. The one that's up to 6. One that's up to 6 is coming from our LFO. Note we have it on the lowest speed and the knob is set to 3.2 and the amplitude is up to all, and that's going into channel 3 of our mixer. Channel 1 or 2 are coming from the sine wave of our cross couple oscillators, low frequency oscillators here. We've got the sine wave dialed in on our helper module and the output maximum for those here, as you can see. And then we have the sine wave coupled to the 1 volt per octave of the other one. So in fact they're cross coupled here between the sine wave and the 1 volt per octave, and you can see where the frequencies are set there, so you can probably duplicate this and play with it. We've got one set to -2 on the frequency with low range in all cases, and the other one set to just about -0.4. And finally the output of our mixer goes into our slew limiter, and the output of the slew limiter goes to the multiple, and we're using maximum. We actually know it's not maximum, it's about 8.8 on the amount of slew limiting there that we're using. So you can play with this patch on your modular and twiddle the knobs a little bit and see what you get. And if you get a better sound, and you can send me the information and I'll be glad to receive it. But that should give you some idea about how to get started. That should certainly get you started on your Sound of the Ocean patch. Thanks for joining us on the Stephen Mendes channel.